In this edition of MSN, we go behind the scenes of the annual sports stacking competition.
And later, we have an exclusive interview with Poteet's Malik Jefferson and DeAndre McNeil.
From the TEC studio, you're watching MSN Live with Matthew Stell, Andrea Sotelo, and Clay Edgar with sports.
Thanks for joining us today. I'm Matthew Stell.
And I'm Andrea Sotelo, and welcome to this edition of MSN Live. Let's get started with the top stories throughout MISD. With over 2,000 runners and 200 plus volunteers, this year's fun run was a huge success. The amazing Technicolor 5K was able to raise $70,000, which will go back into MISD classrooms through grants. Event coordinators are hoping next year's 5K will be even bigger and better.
Are you looking for reliable resources and easier ways to get information at school and at home? MISD Library Services has what you need available on its online resources page. To access the online resources, students use their student ID numbers and teachers their employee numbers for multiple databases which has sounds, images, and much more.
The digital library, which is also found on the district homepage, is something that we're very proud of. We've had it for 4 years now, and it's one of the largest digital libraries in the nation. And the great thing about a digital library is that you never have to return the books because they return automatically.
Time is ticking, and these students are stacking away. Students from across the district participated in this year's annual sports stacking competition hosted by McDonald Middle School. This activity is a creative way for kids to stay active and participate in the community with a little friendly competition.
The reason why I cup stack is it's almost like a passion that, like when you stack, it's something like inside of you that's just coming out, and it's just like something tingly inside you just comes out, and you just start cup stacking.
When you cup stack, it feels like you're going real fast, and you go do all this stuff, and like you get to get trophies and stuff.
Cup stacking is fun to me, and I like having my coaches here.
I am Leonardo, and I'm in first grade in elementary. I like cup stacking because it's fun.
Mostly it's self-respect and self-confidence.
What I enjoy most about the tournaments is the camaraderie of the physical education teachers and other teachers in the district coming together to put this tournament on, and most importantly, the interaction between the students and the parents and the people that put this tournament on. Students at Rutherford Elementary enjoyed some fun activities this fall, including a visit from the Dallas Cowboys mascot, Rowdy. The students also enjoyed a pumpkin patch where they took class pictures and were allowed to buy pumpkins for Halloween.
In honor of our veterans, the Horn High School JROTC marched in the Veterans Day Parade. Also, students from Tosh Elementary hosted a special Veterans Day performance, and one local business that's doing its part to celebrate veterans year-round through the Quilts of Valor program.
Right now in Mesquite, we do have a ROTC instructor who is also part of Special Forces, and he has requested 30 quilts for his group by January. And there are 10 quilts that are finished and ready to go, but that means that we need 20 more. So we're also having a lot of sit and sews that we're going to arrange here at the store. Come in, help with stitch up some blocks. We'll get them all put together and give them to these great deserving people.
Many students across the whole Dallas-Fort Worth area participated in the NFL Punt, Pass, and Kick event at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Out of these students, one of our very own 7th grader Anaya Clark of Terry Middle School placed 3rd.
I was really excited about Anaya because she's been the 2nd student here at Terry Middle School to make it this far.
Winning 3rd place in a sport that's considered to be a boys is great because some boys think that girls can't do what boys do. They might think that girls are weaker or we can't pass or do anything that boys do, but I was happy that I got to prove the boys that girls can do anything boys can.
Mesquite ISD offers many choices for future careers for students through its CTE programs. Automotive Technology and Collision Repair is just one of those programs that offer hands-on training and real-world experiences. Here's a look at what automotive is all about.
Auto Technology and Auto Collision both are related with Eastfield College. We have dual credit that the students get, so that applies to 3 credit hours that go towards something that they want to take over at Eastfield College. And they can also use that credit if they're not going to go to Eastfield, say they're going to go to a 4-year college. It's still 3 credits they can use as electives.
I really like this class because it's totally different from other classes, and it acts as a stress reliever for me because it's just totally different from other classes, and I can just work in here and it gets other stuff off my mind, and it really helps me.
This class is going to help me in the future because it's giving me a real learning experience, and I could do some work. With the experience I get here, I can go get a job in Lexus. I like this class because it's hands-on and I can express myself.
The reason I like this class, it's not like any other class. You're not sitting in the classroom the whole time. You're actually out in a shop working on cars, doing what you want. I'm actually looking to be a mechanic when I get older.
Once they're in the program, they gain a lot of knowledge that can move them on to work at places like Mercedes-Benz. Is one of the companies that I actually deal with personally because I used to work with them. They take my students, they hire them, and they take them in as a lower level technician doing oil changes, coolant flushes, that type of stuff. And then as they gain knowledge, they move on up into the ranks and become a full-time technician.
A select group of MISD high school seniors participated in the annual performance of Choices Shaping Individuals, also known as CSI. This group of students toured all of the MISD middle schools, putting on a life-changing performance for the MISD 7th graders.
CSI is a program that we put together to kind of teach kids about the dangers of drugs and about social media. CSI has actually only been around for 2 years, but it's a takeoff from a previous program called What If that we had done for many years prior to that.
The reasons I did CSI was, well, my teachers recommended me, and then they had a bunch of interviews with the cops, and then we kind of just got placed in there.
The hardest part of CSI was probably getting everything to be perfect so that the kids would understand what we're trying to get across. My job in CSI was to sing songs so that the kids would have something to relate to. I think I was picked for CSI because I generally stay out of trouble, and I feel like I'm a good influence on kids.
My favorite part about CSI was literally like meeting people that I never knew existed and becoming like really good friends with them.
Well, we're real happy to always have some of our high school students participate in our program every year because we learned a long time ago that the 7th grade students interact better with the teenage students, and so the message gets across better. So it's very important for us to choose good quality students to help us out in that. And every year we've been so fortunate to be able to choose 2 students from each high school to participate in our program, and those students have always exhibited extraordinary experience through either the theaters or through their personalities or through their own school experiences that have aided in this program to teach our kids the message that we need them to know.
We have 2 of the nation's most heavily recruited football players right here in Mesquite. With their commitment date only a week away, Clay Edgar sits down for an exclusive interview with Malik Jefferson and DeAndre McNeil.
Thanks, Matt. Today we have a very special treat for you guys. We have 2 of the best football players, not only in MISD, but in the entire country here with us in the studio. I'd like to welcome DeAndre McNeil and Malik Jefferson.
How you doing, Clay?
All right, now before we start, Malik, this morning you were awarded the Dick Butkus Award, which for those of you that don't know, the Dick Butkus Award is awarded annually to the best linebacker in the entire country. So huge congratulations, it's a huge deal.
I appreciate it.
Now, you 2 had a very busy season. Your last season with Poteet, you had all these reporters down your back the entire time, college on the mind, and on top of that, you had to be high school seniors at the same time.
Yeah.
What was that like for you guys? If each of you could just walk me through what it's been like.
Well, it's a great process. You know, I'm very blessed. Well, we're very blessed to have it just in both. But it's a long, hard process. You got to figure out everything what you want and just maintain a steady, focused career, not just in college football, but you got to keep it focused in high school. Finish what you started in high school because, you know, you owe it to the community. So just maintain focus and being able to do everything you're supposed to do at the right time.
And just touching base on what he said, basically, keeping focus on the things at task. And, going through football season was rough, dealing with recruits and stuff. And now, since we had a short season, we are currently doing a lot more than we thought we would with home visits and seeing coaches and stuff constantly. So we're handling it pretty well. I'm proud of the way he's handled everything, and it's been a blessing for both of us, and we've accepted it very well.
Yeah, I know you guys are staying busy with the college recruits, and that can only excite you more about what's yet to come.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, what can you tell me you're most excited about for college football?
I think the most exciting part is about growing and becoming something that you never seen yourself do, and to accomplish the things that are in front of you in your next few years. And it shows you where your career is going to be. It's going to show you what you're going to be in life, and it's going to guide you. It's just what you want to do, basically. And I look up to people like him because he has a big future and he doesn't know it. So I'm really excited to see what we both do in college.
Yeah, same thing like what he said. I'm very excited for both of us, but just what I see most about in college football is just maintaining focusedness and growing as an individual, like making individual decisions. From now on, back then you were making high school decisions, but it was just for your team, but now it's for yourself. Like, it's great that we have opportunities to go anywhere in the country, but when you look at it, all colleges offer the same thing, a scholarship to play football at the university, but you got to see it as in what you want to do with your life, not just football. What you want to do educational-wise, because football is not going to be there for the remainder of your life. You end up playing football, go to the NFL, retire at 35 years old. And sports-wise, 35-year-old, in real life, you're young, so you got to look at it that way as well.
Now, to my understanding, the two of you have been playing football together since you were very young, correct?
No. I played against him up
2005.
Up to
So it started in middle school when y'all first played together at the same time?
Yes.
How do you think that's affected the two of you growing together as both being top of the school and playing your hardest every year? Has it made you guys better, having a little friendly competition there?
Yes, all it was, ever since 7th grade, we've been building chemistry with each other. So I know his peaks and he knows mine. He knows my downfalls, I know his. So I think it's a great thing. So, even though in practice I do use his downfalls.
No, I see. I knew you go put it.
But it's a great thing, it's great that we get to learn from each other and build each other up. That's a great thing.
It's just a big honor, growing up with the guys. But you can basically say growing up because everything that's going on since middle school has been big for us, and we made changes and we've done things that people knew we could do. We just have to believe in ourselves and do it ourselves. And it's been a true honor and blessing. So.
And it's crazy how far you guys have come in the matter of 6 years, right?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes.
Now, to my understanding, the two of you are going to commit December 19th,
Yes,
right?
Sir.
Yes,
You're having a big deal, and you're going to let the world know what college you will be going to for the next 4 years. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, both of you have released your top 7 on your social media accounts. Your top 7 colleges, what you're going to choose, right?
Yes. Correct. Yes.
I was wondering if today you would release your top 5 for us at MSN News, just so we could have an idea of where you might be going. Would that be okay?
My 5 would be my 2 out-of-states are UCLA and LSU, and then my in-states are Texas, Baylor, and Texas A&M.
Wow.
My 2 out-of-states are UCLA and Alabama. My 3 interstates are Texas Tech, Texas A&M, and Texas.
I see a lot of similar names on y'all's top 5, so we might get you two playing together.
Three names.
All right, so now you can just tell us where you're going to go.
I wish I could.
You got to wait till
No, okay.
December 19th,
Well,
so.
that's all I have for you guys. I want to thank you again for coming in and speaking with us. You've been great. Malik, congratulations again on your award, and congratulations to both of you on how far you've come in a great high school career. That's all we have for you today. Back to you at the desk, Andrea.
That's all for this edition of MSN Live. I'm Andrea Sotelo.
And I'm Matthew Still. Join us in the new year for more on what's happening in Mesquite, and we'll see you next time.
This has been a presentation of MSN, the Mesquite Student Network, in association with the Mesquite Independent School District Career and Technical Education Department.